Hi everyone, it's Anna from PNW Blanks and Sublimation, and today I wanted to do a second test on, if you have followed the YouTube channel for a while, then you will know that I did a test previously on a sublimated tumbler, and if you wanted to add a name, words, logo, whatever, after it was already sublimated. That test went over really well. However, it was a very light design. Today, I'm going to try a little bit of a darker design. So this is my sea turtle tumbler. I made it for a craft fair, and then I got an Etsy order with it personalized. So I'm going to go ahead and add the name on here and see how it goes. I don't know how it's going to turn out, so this will be a test. So we have the name here. It's a dark name, but it's pressing on a dark color, so I'm not really sure how it's going to work. So stay tuned and we will find out. We're gonna go ahead and actually I'm going to lower my time. My temperature is set to 370 for the target temperature, 375 for the printing temperature, and I want to actually do it just for 30 seconds. Don't want to do it for any longer than that because I don't think it's going to take longer than 30 seconds in the PNW Blanks Signature Multifunction Drinkware Press to do just a name. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can move the camera over. I'm actually working outside today, so sorry about the birds in the background. I live out in the country. There's nature. Frogs, birds, all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and tape this on here. Make sure I'm getting it nice and straight. Yeah, it's a beautiful day outside today, so I decided to go ahead and come outside. Bring my press outside. It's nice and portable, it's light and easy to, I mean, you can take it to craft events with you. You can take it to other people's houses. You know, if you wanted to do kind of like a little crafting party, kind of like how they do those sip and dips or those like wine painting parties. You can just get some cocktails and press tumblers, and you don't have to, I mean, it's very light, you know. So I think it's about, I don't know, 12 pounds or something like that. So it's not heavy at all. I'm going to put this in so it's facing down, just so, because we just want this part to press. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And I think the last time I did this, I did use a piece of parchment paper just because I wasn't sure if the prior design would fade out onto my attachment. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that this time as well. So I'm gonna go grab a piece of paper. Okay, so I have not found this to be necessary, the parchment paper or blowout paper to be necessary when doing just tumblers with full wraps in the press. However, I'm not entirely sure about doing them if they're already sublimated. So we have our already sublimated tumbler in there. Go ahead and center it. Not that it matters since this is our 30-ounce attachment. Just available. Oh, I had it set for a different type of tumbler. I actually had it set for these water bottles that I just did a video on, so I totally forgot to reset my pressure. When you're setting your pressure, you want it to be medium heavy. You want, you know, there to be some resistance when you close it, but you don't want there to be so much resistance that, you know, you have to use your full body weight to close it. So that's about right. Yeah, like I said, I'm just not sure about the parchment paper or without the parchment paper in there, but this is the only 30-ounce attachment we have right now. This is our tester, so I wanted to make sure to protect it just in case. However, I've done over 200 tumblers in the 20-ounce attachment and have not had any issues with ink bleeding onto it. I know that's a question that we get asked often. You're more than welcome to use parchment paper. You may have to adjust your time or your temperature just because it is adding an extra layer there. So you are more than welcome to do that with your press, but I have not found it to be necessary, except in the instance of possibly when it's already sublimated. So we're gonna see how this turns out. 20 seconds to go. I am sweating today. It is very warm. It's definitely May. Another question we get asked often is the beeping of the press. That is the only time that it will beep, is when it's done. And also when you're setting your time and your temperature. So, you know, you press it once. Press. Okay, I can't do it with my gloves on. So press it, it beeps. You know, adjusting the temperature, it's gonna beep. But that's the only time that, and then also when it's done. Unlike other presses that beep incessantly, that you can't figure out how to get them to stop beeping, and you end up just turning the whole thing off in between tumblers, which is not very efficient. If you don't know what press I'm talking about, we actually did a video, Battle of the Presses. Go ahead and check out that video if you want, and you will see. All right, so let's see how this turned out. So tumbler still looks good, and there's the name. So yes, you can. Oh, I did have a little bit of a tape mark there though, where my piece of tape was. So it's not entirely perfect. It's very faint and not too noticeable. It probably wouldn't be noticeable to the customer, but since I'm a perfectionist, then most likely I will remake this tumbler for the customer. But it is doable. Maybe go with a little less time. I would try maybe 15 seconds, 20 seconds. It doesn't take very long in the PNW Drinkware Press to press something, especially if you're just doing a single design. It doesn't take very long at all for it to sublimate on there. So I would probably maybe try it at 15 seconds next time I did it, because you do see the tape marks there. So like I said, this is a test. I would say the test did work really well. Oh, you know what? I actually spelled that name wrong. There's an extra R in there. So I wouldn't be able to give this to her anyway. Goodness. Okay, so this test was a fail on my part, but I would say it was probably 75% effective, because yes, you can do it. On an already sublimated tumbler, you can add a name, but I would just do it for a little bit shorter amount of time so you don't get those tape marks there. And also make sure to spell the person's name right when you're personalizing something. Very important, especially for custom orders. All right, so if you liked this video, go ahead and thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, make sure to join our Facebook group, PNW Blanks and Sublimation on Facebook, and also check out our other videos featuring the PNW Blanks Drinkware Press. Have a great day.